So, good evening, everybody in the grill. While you guys are out spending thousands of dollars to get food at restaurants, I have my own personal chef over here who used to chef for the movie stars in Hollywood. Who have you chef for? Kevin Costner, who else?
Will Smith, Kevin Kline, Salma Hayek, Frederick Vanderbilt, Nicolas Cage, Emmett Walsh. Did second unit for Lethal Weapon 4, so I didn't actually cook for Mel Gibson or Danny Glover or Joe Pesci.
Oh, Lethal Weapon 4, you did the second unit? Cool.
Yeah.
So this is how chefs cut stuff up. He's making a salad, and then we're going to have seafood linguine. Well, wasn't that what you would call it?
Yeah.
And he's making, it's going to be Alfredo. He's making his own sauce, of course. No, nothing from a jar or a can.
No can, man.
No can do, right?
No can do.
Look at this beautiful. These guys are chefs. They seriously take their chefing seriously. Big, pretty ass, copper, gorgeous pans. All right, I'm going to do part 2, so I'm pausing. Okay, we're going on with the chefing. There is the linguine. What's the secret to cooking good pasta, Bruce?
Not to overcook it. Look at al dente.
Al dente? Okay.
Yeah, basically when you pinch it or bite through it, you still see a little bit in the white center, and you're real close.
You see a little white center when you stir it?
Now when you bite into it,
When you
or
bite
pinch
into
it with your fingers,
Oh, you pinch it, okay.
and then you know it's supposed to be done. So.
And this is going to be the Alfredo sauce. Oh God, this looks spectacular. Oh, that looks amazing. Oh, yum. Yum, yum, yum. What's all in this, or you don't tell your secrets?
A pinch of that, a dash of this.
Okay, I'm putting it on pause again. Oh my God, you should smell this kitchen right now.
I took a shower.
Oh, funny, Bruce, very funny. Here it is, the beginnings of the seafood linguine. Oh my God. That looks so good, Bruce. Looks amazing. Oh, if you guys could smell this right now. It smells so awesome. I just asked him if the pasta would get cold, and he said no. He said you chill it down so it doesn't continue to cook. And then you toss it later on with a little bit of oil, and you heat it back up again.
Yep. The true Italian way.
That's the Italian way?
Yeah, they actually, the regular Italian way is that you almost saute your pasta, almost like you would with some other dishes. So actually, parts of Italy and stuff like that, their pasta is actually, once you get it, it's almost got a little crispness to the edges of it. So where we Americans, boil it and
So what kind of fish is in the seafood medley besides the shrimp?
mussels, squid, shrimp.
That sounds great. It just sounds good. I am so excited. All right, I'm pausing it for now. Okay.
Before everything gets incorporated, so that's what you're seeing for your seafood medley of stuff that's going into the sauce.
Normally I would go down to the fish beach and get lobster, but we'll do that the next time. Next time we could just make it with lobster. Oh God.
The trick with doing this stuff with like the squid and the shrimp is you don't want to overcook it because it'll become tough. So what we're going to do is just partially cook this until we adjust our seasonings and stuff. And then when we're ready, then we'll heat it back up to serving temperature so that it doesn't become tough and chewy and rubbery. Because especially like squid can get tough really fast.
Yes, I've had it like that.
So,
This looks amazing. I looked everywhere for cream, couldn't get it.
yeah,
Whipped
sometimes
cream,
it's-
I couldn't get it anywhere.
Sometimes it's pretty tough to get down here. So. Yeah, you just adjust it with making a little heavier pan roux when you're prepping your vegetables.
Oh, I was thinking of that word, roux. So what does roux mean?
Well, it's
It means a
French
sauce?
term. No, it's flour and incorporated with some sort of oil, whether it be butter, olive oil, vegetable oil.
Or in our case, coconut oil.
Let's say it's coconut oil. You can just make it, you heat it to where you cook the rawness out of the flour. There's different degrees of roux, especially when you're doing Cajun cooking, you cook it dark. You have to be a little careful when you're cooking like black roux or even a really dark brown roux so you don't scorch it. You have to continually work it. But most roux, you just make it like a light blonde roux. You use it as a thickening agent. Or in this case, like I said, when I sauteed the vegetables, I added a little flour, dusted them with it, and made this a skillet
So you're just
roux.
continuously stirring too.
So,
You don't just let it sit there, you stir it all the time.
well, when you're making like roux for Cajun dishes, you make that separately. You don't put it in with the vegetables. And what you do is once you get your roux to the consistency you want to in Cajun cooking, then you toss your holy trinity of Cajun vegetables in, and that helps chill the roux to stop it from cooking. It's just like shocking your pasta, shocking things. You know, when I say shocking, that means that you take it from off the stove and you hit it with, you know, cold water or even ice water or ice to stop that cooking process immediately so it doesn't carry what's called carryover cooking. So, with like the Cajun roux and stuff like that, you throw your vegetables in, which would be your onion, your celery, and your peppers, like your green peppers, and which is called a mirepoix. But anyways,
A mirepoix?
mirepoix.
Mirepoix?
It's like MIREP PO.
IS.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So, it's like everybody looks at roux and it's spelled ROUX, and everybody says Rux. What's Rux?
Well, I kind of knew roux, but I didn't know exactly that much about it.
So, but
I
there's
could
different
say
things.
it.
There's different things. So, you know, a lot of people will use cornstarch and water in place of a roux, just as a thickening agent.
That doesn't sound very great.
Well, you don't have the flavor. It's just that's a way to thickening things. I mean, you know, thickening your homemade gravy or whatever. That's a quick fix. Where a roux, you cook it, your flour down and stuff like that, so that you actually get some flavor out of it. Another thing that people make the mistake of when they're making sauces with cream and stuff like that is they don't cook it long enough, and then you kind of have like a raw flavor to it. But that's the way I describe it, a raw flavor to it, because you haven't let that cream or that
You don't wash them?
whole milk. I'm going to peel the skins off first.
Oh, you take the skin off first?
Yeah, the exterior skins off first. So,
I do want to get some video of you chopping.
you get that rawness out of the sauce. You know, because you taste it and it's just like, something's not right. It's just because you haven't let it cook enough. So you haven't, you know, allowed it to cook enough to get that out of there.
Well, what's your secret for chopping? You said you keep your thumb by it or something?
You know, you knuckle lock it. You always keep your fingers back so the blade rests across the back of your fingers like so. If you don't raise the knife up above your fingers, you can never cut yourself. So it's just, and you use that as a guide as you push your whatever you're preparing through. You can use your thumb to push it along, or you move your hand back. But as long as you don't tip that blade towards you, and you don't raise it above your knuckles, obviously, you just use that as a guide. So then you can never cut yourself. You see people doing this all the time, and that's how they cut themselves.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it now. I do love watching you chop stuff. And this is the result, the finished product. Eat your hearts out, Negrillians. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh, the smell and the salad. Oh, Bruce, thank you so much. Yay, Ray!